Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining me. This is Andy Yagudev here with the weather, and there is a very, very dangerous setup for severe storms for Saturday afternoon for Texas and Louisiana. Very, very dangerous storms. Tornadoes are likely. I'm sorry to say this now, but there is going to be tornadoes Saturday afternoon and evening going into central Louisiana, northern Louisiana, and parts of northeast Texas. There's even a PDS tornado sounding right now. That's how bad it looks right now, that there is a PDS sounding for tornadoes. Not on this sounding, but on our 48. This is extremely dangerous. So not now, but as you go into the overnight hours, as you go towards later hours, some of the most dangerous tornadoes strike at night. You see that right here, EF4 plus. According to the effective layer, there's a very high chance of EF4 plus tornadoes. This is how much energy is available, how much helicity is available. So there is a good threat of long track and dangerous tornadoes based on this. I'm surprised it doesn't say PDS, because this is definitely PDS. So while not a lot of threat for hail, tornadoes will definitely be likely. Look how extreme the shear is. You're having basically south winds at ground level, and you just go a little bit up to maybe 850 millibars, and the winds are screaming out of the west. There's going to be a lot of shear with this. And this is hour 48, I believe. So let's look at NAM Nest. This is the high resolution NAM, the NAM 3KM. So right now, it's hinting that there's going to be some very dangerous storms for Saturday afternoon and evening. I mean, there's some storms right now associated with that blizzard that's still raging in South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota. I'll get to that in a sec, but right now I need to talk about the severe weather threat for Saturday. Here we go, right here, Saturday afternoon. There we go, there's those supercells. There they are. And overnight hours. Overnight, Saturday into Sunday, very dangerous storm. See those supercells right here? There's going to be numerous tornadoes, especially in line segments too. There's one there. There's another supercell. You see that little black line there? That's signifying rotation. So let's look at updraft helicity swaths. This will show where will the storms with the most rotation pass through. There we go. Starting Saturday, there might be a tornado. This area here. Something Friday night might form here. But then here we go, Saturday afternoon and evening. Not showing much, but look, there's a lot of those, lines here. So the NAM right now is really showing a high threat of tornadic storms. Let's look at significant tornado. So Friday afternoon, not much, but as we look into Saturday afternoon and evening, look at that. Just check this out. Just look how high the values are. So this is a fixed layer STP. This is very high. So this is definitely dangerous. This is what it's showing right here, how high this level will be. PDS tornado. Do you know what that means? It means potentially dangerous situation. If you've ever been under a PDS tornado watch, it means it's extremely volatile. And a PDS tornado warning is basically a tornado emergency. So this is extremely dangerous. People, if you live in Eastern Texas and Louisiana, please watch your forecast very carefully. And make sure you have severe weather plans on the ready. This is going to be an outbreak. Dr. Greg Forbes will probably be covering this. This is extremely dangerous. There's another sounding. And the storm slinky is showing a 72-degree shift in wind direction with height. So very, very extreme shear. This is just incredible. And this is another sounding. There's another sounding right here. Let's see what hour that is. No, I don't think that's the sounding. Hold on, let me try that again. Yeah, this is the one I was... No, not that one. This is the sounding I just did right here. See, another PDS tornado right here. You see this? They're extremely high values. So yeah, tornado. So tornadoes are very likely Saturday afternoon. And tornadoes are also possible in Georgia Sunday afternoon, but you know, Alabama and Georgia and parts of Tennessee. However, I think the highest threat is going to be in Texas and Louisiana. Eastern Texas and Louisiana is going to get really badly hit. So you see how low this line is here? Yeah, so there's a threat of tornadoes, but very weak. Nothing above EF4. Nothing, very slight chance of EF3s. Low chances of EF2. So the biggest threat, you know, will basically be from EF0s to maybe an isolated EF2. So not a big threat in Georgia. So this is looking at eastern Alabama, you know. So EF2s are possible. Very low chances of EF3. Marginal chance of EF2s. A couple of EF1s. Most of them I think will be EF0s and EF1s, and maybe one EF2. So the biggest threat will be here. You'll have weak tornadoes. You might get one or two EF2s, and maybe, if there's enough instability, maybe one EF3. You know, but those are still dangerous. You know, even if one of these strike, this could be a disaster. Anything from EF2 above is greater, but thankfully there won't be any of those. But guys, if you live here, please be very careful. And now I'm going to shift track, and I'm going to shift tracks right now and talk about the snowstorm, which is still impacting South Dakota. I mean, look at this. It's just continuing. This is my second day of covering this storm, and it's just not ending. There's even now talking about it possibly lasting into tomorrow afternoon. So, Aberdeen, South Dakota. Let's go there. I mean, they're in the mid-20s right now with snow. They're still under a blizzard warning. I don't even know how much snow they're going to get. So, they're not mentioning how much snow is going to fall. See an additional 3 to 5 inches in effect through 1 p.m. Friday. An additional 3 to 5 inches? Yeah, I don't think so. 3 to 5 more inches with what is going on right now. I think another like 4 to 8 is likely. I mean, look at this. This is some pretty heavy stuff coming through. Maybe at least 4 to 8 more inches. I mean, Fargo, North Dakota is getting slammed with snow right now as well. It's really just not ending. This storm is just continuing. It's just pummeling this entire area. I mean, just look what's going on. I mean, this area won't be getting 3 feet of snow, but at least 1 to 2 feet is going to fall across the Grand Forks area. From Fargo up to Grand Forks, about up to a foot and a half is likely. Fargo might get closer to 2 feet, while the Grand Forks area might get closer to about, I'll say, a foot and a half. So looking at Fargo, North Dakota again, I just want to show you, I'm expecting them to get about 1 to 2 feet of snow. General 12 to 24 inches. So they're saying, yeah, additional 7 to 10 inches. So yeah, I think that's about right. Through 1 p.m. Friday. And you see all these greens here? These are all flood warnings. And the fact that they're getting so much more snow is just going to make the problem so much worse. I really, really am concerned. Not only about the severe weather threat, but the flooding threat. Because look at all these storms that are just going to be coming through. One storm after another, after another. It's just going to continue and continue and continue. And I am very, very concerned about this. Because all these storms will just make the flooding situation worse. I don't know if it's going to be record flooding, but there will definitely be significant flooding. Thank you for watching and have a great day. And I will make another update tomorrow. So now I'm going to look at the GFS. It's going to show how much more snow is going to fall. We'll just close all these soundings out for the crazy severe weather threat for Saturday. I will try to be on top of these storms. I will even try to live stream this when it starts happening. So right now, let's look at the snowfall. So let's look at this right now. See all this snow is falling. This is how much additional snow is going to fall according to the GFS. So showing an additional 6 to 10 inches of snow. That's for Aberdeen about. So I don't know whether it's showing a little hole there, but some areas might get as much as an additional 15 inches of snow on top of what has already fallen. And not much more snow for like the Northeast, but the Great Plains might get another snow event Thursday into Friday next week. Maybe some snow for Chicago Sunday, but not that much more, I guess. But looking at total precipitation accumulation over the next 10 days, let's go to our 240s. That's going to be 10 days out. So a lot of rain where it does not need to be. This is exactly what you don't need at all. This is just going to be a disaster for the Mississippi River. More runoff, more snow melt. It's just going to pile, it's going to cause the tributaries to overflow, and it's going to all of it is going to go into the Mississippi River. And the Mississippi River is already swollen enough as it is. There's already flood warnings in effect. This is just going to exacerbate the flooding situation even more. Yeah, this is just going to make it a whole lot worse. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all the best. Have a great day.